Now at 10, ICE operations continue in San Antonio for a second day in a row. Agents are seen arresting migrants at immigration court.
And look at this scene on the northwest side. 3 people who appear to be part of a landscaping company. They were taken into custody in this parking lot of the shopping center. Tonight, KENS 5 reporter Megan Reyna is following all these developments for us. Megan?
Well, Henry Easties, this is part of the Trump administration's push for mass deportations. We heard from 2 immigration attorneys who watched as their clients were taken into custody today after they showed up to their scheduled immigration hearings.
See, I heard this is happening. I've heard from people in my personal life, and I've heard online that this is happening. What they'll do is these illegal immigrants that have upcoming court appearances, they'll show up to court thinking that they're going for their regular hearing, and then boom, they get arrested because they find out that they're illegal. They're undocumented or whatever the case is. So I've heard this is happening, but this is the first story where I'm actually seeing it. I don't really know how to feel about it. Part of me thinks it's a smart strategy, but part of me thinks it's also like messed up, you know, because where I stand is very simple. If you're not supposed to be here, you got to leave. If you don't have the documentation, the papers or whatever to justify you being here, you got to go. But at the same time, bro, that's kind of grimy, man, to trick somebody to make them think, hey, come to court. We're still working on you becoming a legal immigrant. And then when they get there, got your ass. That's kind of messed up, to be real.
Crying out, "I don't want to die in Honduras," an emotional mother taken by ICE agents at immigration court Thursday. Another mother also placed in the same van. Her husband says she has no prior criminal history.
Mis hijas esperándolos en la casa. 6 niñas tengo que dependen de nosotros.
But like most arrested, she had just had her case dismissed by a judge.
We were requesting a merits hearing, and the judge declined to set a merits hearing because DHS asked for the case to be dismissed and the client to be ordered removed, saying that it was not in the government's interest to hear a full case.
These videos shared to us show.
See, and this is the part of me that's also like, why are we even wasting our resources on giving them a hearing? I know, which I just learned this. According to the Constitution, everybody deserves due process, which means basically a fair trial or hearing or procedures legally. So I can understand why a lot of illegal immigrants are getting upset, is because a lot of them ain't really getting that. But at the same time, it's like, how much money and how many resources will we be wasting on people who aren't even supposed to be here if we gave everybody a fair trial? You know, it's one of those things, man. I don't agree with illegal immigration, but at the same time, I just got to be fair and say, if I believe in the Constitution, that means I got to believe in all of it. You know, they deserve at least due process.
Agents in the lobby of the immigration court waiting for migrants, one agent even holding what appears to be a list with pictures. Shortly after, you see agents escort an entire family into a charter bus. ICE says these arrests are a part of the Trump administration's plans to reverse former President Biden's so-called catch and release program. They are now utilizing expedited removals. It allows them to fast-track deportations for people who have been in the country for less than 2 years. These arrests are evoking fear among people who have upcoming hearings. One attorney who's representing a man from Central Africa says the option for migrants to appear virtually for hearings appears to be gone. Her client also had his case dismissed.
I feel like we portraying people who is here with credible fears. Just knowing his story, I feel like I let him down.
But ICE wasn't just at immigration court Thursday. Our cameras capturing agents and state troopers taking 3 undocumented migrants who appear to be landscapers into custody at a shopping center. ICE officials wouldn't tell us their nationalities or if they face any other criminal charges beyond entering the country illegally.
Bro, they're not playing, man. They are not playing. Like I said before, I'm going to just put it in a percentage. I'm 90% for what Trump is doing right now and for everything that's going on. And 10% of me is like, okay, these immigrants, they do need due process. It's just the fact that it's going to cost a lot of money, man, and they're not even supposed to be here anyways. That's where I'm a little bit torn. They do deserve due process. I'm not saying that they don't. The other part of me is like, I'm happy that this is happening, bro. It sounds so mean and so messed up. It doesn't make me feel good to see them crying and to see them like wanting to stay here, because a lot of them are hardworking. A lot of them do just want to build, but you have to come over here legally, man. Every single one of them knew when they came over here that there was a possibility that this could happen to them. This was the chances, the risks that they were willing to take. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them. They got caught. They're being sent back to wherever they're from. I think I heard a lady saying she didn't want to die in Honduras. So that lady's been sent back to Honduras. A lot of these other people, I know people personally that have been arrested. And they're just holding them right now because they're deciding on what to do with them. And their family members can't even come up to, the precinct or the jail or wherever they're being held at, because they're scared they're going to get taken as well. So it is a weird situation, man. But I hope that all the people that are in these Latin American countries, or even any other country in Europe, whatever, whoever wants to come here, that they realize that America is not really tolerant anymore of people just coming over here thinking that they can sneak into the country and just build a life without doing it the right way. It's not really happening anymore, man. I can see this is the start of something new, but we'll see how it pans out, man. I'm going to go ahead and leave this video linked in the description below. We already reacted to the entire thing, but I'll leave that anyways, just in case you want to go check out the channel. So yeah, before y'all leave, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to the channel. And let me know if y'all want more of this content, man. That's it for this one. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.